Hi, I'm Keith Allen, and I play Murphy on Z Nation, and I listen to One Up Gaming Podcast.
Hi, I'm Lucy James, and I listen to the One Up Gaming Podcast.
It's the One Up Gaming Podcast, hosted by David, Sean, and Zach.
And we're live, it's One Up Gaming, it's me David, and we've got a special guest. Well, not really
Hi,
a guest.
I'm Chris, how you doing?
So,
hello everybody.
Yeah, say hello to the two people that listen.
There's got to be more than that, mate, surely.
I mean, I think the best week
I got most
we've
of my
had...
work actually reading the blogs now.
We had one episode that had, I think it's about 30,000 downloads in a week.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's quite impressive.
And I think we've had ones, not in a week, but in a month. But we've had one episode do about, I think it was like 100 and something thousand.
That's not bad.
But that was when we had like really big guests on. Normally we get like no listeners.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing with listeners. They always go with the people that's like, oh, there's a big person on that talk, so we'll go for that one.
Yeah.
They never go for the small thing.
So I guess I'll just mention that this is episode 215 of the One Up Gaming Podcast. And I mean, I guess first of all, we'll just start with you, Chris, because people know me.
Yeah.
So, have you done any written work before, or videos, or anything like that before?
I haven't, no. I got introduced on reviewing. I've been interested in doing reviewing games for a while now, but Dave taught me into doing this, and then I actually got a feel for doing it. I actually enjoyed doing it. So I thought, why not? And as soon as you started sending me, you sent me that code for that game that I reviewed, I actually enjoyed doing it.
Yeah.
And I thought, do you know what? I'll keep going with it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
so,
it's, at the end of the day, it's free games.
That's not the issue with me. I don't think of it like that. I really don't. I don't think of it like that. It's like, when you sent me that code and I actually started typing, like, the whole review thing, it was like, I actually enjoyed doing it. I actually enjoyed typing up a review of a game. Like, with South Park, I already had it. Like, the first review I did.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed doing it. Like, typing it up and, like, the only thing I regret is giving it 3 stars. I wish I'd given it more.
Yeah.
But the whole thing about it was I enjoyed doing the review. The free games, I don't care about that. I really don't. I enjoy doing reviews. It's something I wanted to do for a while, and your platform is giving me that kind of thing to do it, which I'm quite happy about, and thank you very much, Dave.
It's no problem. It's like,
yeah.
the problem with, from my point of view, is I've had a lot of people come through saying that they're wanting to do reviews and wanting to do this, that, the other.
Yeah.
And in the 5 years I've been doing this, I must have had...
5 years?
Yeah, I've been running it for a while
yeah,
now.
Mum.
Well, like I said,
off to you, Mum.
The podcast's up to 215, so that's almost one a week, so 215 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's getting on a bit now. But I mean, in all that time, I must have only had about maybe 5 people who have either accepted codes and then don't reply back to emails.
Yeah.
Or they email other companies saying they work for me and get free codes, and then the company will email me saying, where's the review?
Yeah,
And I'm like, I don't know, I never requested the code.
yeah.
But, I don't know, a lot of people, they are... But I think a lot of people don't realise how much work is involved.
Oh, no, yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I'll have that free game, and then like they'll email me back about 2 weeks later saying, oh, I can't write the review.
It was like I was saying to my friend the other day. Like, I got the Demon Gaze 2 off of you, the code. Yeah. You'll have the review by Sunday, by the way.
Right.
I've not been able to get... I've been on 12-hour shifts. It's my fault. I've been tired and... Mia's not been with it, but the review will be with you by Sunday. But, like, I played a bit of it. It's a good game. It's like, don't complain about the games you're getting. Actually play the game and review them like you should do.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, when you sort of get codes to review, they're like, they only want like the AAA games.
Yeah.
And it's quite, I'm sorry, even like if you listen to like the IGN podcasts or even like some of the big ones like Giant Bomb, even they sort of say that they have to go out and buy some of like the EA games and, you know, some of the bigger games because they don't send out review codes.
Yeah, I've heard the amount of stupid stuff they have to go through to get those codes for the AAA games, and they are ridiculously stupid. Like when the first Shadow of Mordor came out.
Yeah.
I remember watching a Angry Joe video. I don't know if that's actually killing anything about this podcast, but he said that they had to jump through loops for the whole people who publish that game or do whatever for that game. And they said, oh, you have to give us a positive review, or you have to pay for that review as well. And it's like, you're thinking, why though? We're reviewing this game for you. It's a good game, so you shouldn't have to lie about your product, like he said. And it's like, you give out codes for like stuff, small games like indie games, which are good games, don't get me wrong. I'm playing that Demon Gaze 2, and I'm actually enjoying myself playing it. Dave, my friend Dave played that, what was it? The Steam game, the Porter, can't remember the name now, but he enjoyed himself. Both him and his son
My
played
time
it.
at Portier.
Yeah. Both of them played it. Both him and his son played it, and they enjoyed it. It's not all about AAA games. It's about the quality of the game.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty or whatever. It's the quality of the game at the end of the day. And that's what people have got to remember.
So I guess we'll slowly move into some of the games that we've been playing.
Yeah.
So have you been playing anything decent this week or just crap?
To be fair, I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2.
Right.
I know. I hated the first game. I really did, but I'm actually a fan of the second one. I'm sorry. I did like the second one.
I don't play multiplayer games.
Yeah. Like, I did the Saper Fractured Butthole. Played that twice. And I loved it. Like I said, I've done the review on your website. not happy I give it 3 stars. I wish you give it more. But I did state on my review that it was a good game. I did say that. It was a good game. It really was. But going forward, at this point, I wish games... I'm going to get Dead Rising 4 that's coming out for PS4 this month. Or is it next month? Which I will do a review on your website.
I mean, like, with the Dead Rising 4, I know it came out, I don't know if it was earlier in the year or end of last year on the Xbox One.
It did, yes.
And I never really heard anything, you know, when it actually came out, they were just like, it's just like a Dead Rising game, and then it just died.
Yeah, it did. It was really silent, which was a shame, because I heard it was a good game. But when it comes out for PS4, I'll do a review on this website.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because I know that Dave, my friend, Dave Sharrock, who you know, will be getting it as well. So we'll be able to do both the single player and the cooperative, which should be fun. And it'll kill me loads.
Yeah, I enjoy those sort of games where you don't have to do a lot, you just run around and hit things.
Oh, yeah. I'll craft this and we'll just beat him up.
Yeah.
Done. Finished. I'm quite interested to get the new Call of Duty, just for the zombies mode.
No, I
That's the thing. That's the thing with me. I bought the Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Is it free?
Yeah, that was the last.
Just for the zombies maps.
The last Call of Duty game that I played was the Call of Duty 2, the launch game on 360.
Yeah.
And that's only because my brother bought me
They recently brought out zombies maps. Like every zombie maps that they brought out since, well, World at War. And I think it was Black Ops 3 they brought it out for. I think that's why the price went up.
Yeah.
For that game. So I bought Black Ops 3 just to get that game, just for the zombies maps. And Dave did the same thing, my friend. And we played the hell out of that game. We spent so long just playing the zombie maps. We didn't care about the actual game.
Yeah, it's what a lot of people do.
Yeah. That's it. Everybody now just buys the game, I'll buy it, play the multiplayer. Don't care about the single player. And that's the problem with Call of Duty. They spend so much time developing the game just for the multiplayer. They don't put a single story in. And I think that's what people want at this point, to actually be attracted to a single player game. Like what you get from, well, anything. You buy a game now, you want something to progress you through a single story campaign and then go to the multiplayer, not just skip straight to the multiplayer. And I think that's what Call of Duty's lost themselves.
I mean, like, I don't know what you think, but I don't play multiplayer games. I do enjoy a good single player story.
Yeah.
And for me, I will never pay like 50, 60 quid, whatever it is, for Call of Duty. But if they were to split them up so you could buy the online only or the single player portion, like £25 each,
yeah,
I would maybe think about buying the single player story mode just to sort of play through the story. So it'd be like £25 they're getting from me that they wouldn't get anything anyway. So
yeah.
But
that's the difference with youth. That's the difference with youth now. They'll pay that £50 just for the multiplayer, and that annoys me because I remember playing Crash Bandicoot or Sonic or whatever it was, having a proper story mode on a PlayStation, not multiplayer, just a proper story mode. And now what we've got now is just a bleeding down version of a 4-hour game, and it just winds me up. Like, take for example Metal Gear Solid for the original PlayStation. Such a good game. You could play through it so many times. People are still playing through it now. It was that good. Crash Bandicoot might have been remastered, but people are still playing it. People are looking for the single player story. At least my generation is. But I know quite a few people who are, 18 years old, who's went, I'll buy that game for 40 quid just because I can play the multiplayer straight away. It winds me up. It really does, mate.
So, you're talking about all these older games. Are you quite old, or just a young person that likes the old games?
No, I'm 30.
Oh, that's
so I grew up with them.
Getting up there. I'm older. A lot older.
Age is the number.
I know. Yeah.
It's like we didn't have DLC.
No, there were expansion
old.
packs.
I'm okay. I don't care about saying it. I'm old. But we didn't have DLC. We didn't have expansions. We didn't have add-ons. We had the game, play it, put the disc in, done. That was the whole thing with PlayStation or Nintendo 64 or Dreamcast. Take your pick. Take your pick with whatever console you want to do. GameCube.
I tell you, you've missed the best console out of all those, the mighty Sega Saturn.
GameSphere. I missed that one then. I'm done.
You done?
GameCube, Dreamcast, Nintendo 64. Kind of lost myself there. Sorry, my friend was talking to me. Friend confused me for a second there. Sorry.
That's alright.
He does that. Like I said before, I'm my friend at the moment. I'm using me data to record this. But sacrifices have to be made.
So, I'll just quickly rattle through some of the games that I've been playing this week.
Go on then.
I don't know if you're aware of some of these. So, the early access version of Sociable Soccer.
Sociable Soccer?
Yeah, it's the spiritual successor to Sensible Soccer.
I'm not actually a fan of soccer games, but...
Well, I've got on my back wall a load of Sensible Software covers signed by John Hare, who I've gotten quite a good friendship with over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And Cannon Fodder, Megalomania, Whizball, Sensible Soccer, and he signed all the covers for me and that, and I've put a little wall mural up.
I'm just looking for this, right?
Sorry about the noise.
Yeah. But yeah, so the early access of the Sociable Soccer, a lot of the game is a little bit janky, like a couple of bugs and that, but
yeah,
it's fast, smooth, fluid, and it plays really well.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's only about £15 on Steam at the minute, and it will be coming out on Xbox One, PS4, and the Nintendo Switch early next year, I think they
brilliant.
said. So it should be quite fun.
What kind of gameplay has it got?
It's arcade, fast-paced.
Oh, yeah.
So, for me, it's something that I've missed. You know, I haven't played a good arcade sort of pass and shoot sort of game for a very long time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it's quite fun. the next game, I don't know why I requested it, but the guy that I talked to, the PR guy, was just like, we've got some leftover code, would you want one? So I just said, yeah. Farming Simulator for the Nintendo Switch.
Do you know, the funny part of it, you mentioning that then, my friend actually plays that. My friend at work actually plays that, and he actually enjoys it.
Yeah,
No word of a lie. He actually enjoys the whole Farming Simulator, like driving the tractor and stuff like that. He actually enjoys doing it.
I mean,
Which
I can
play to him.
I can see you could actually sit there for hours just going up and down, doing lines on the, I don't even know what you call it, pulling the tractor plough and stuff and planting seeds, and I can see that you could spend hours just sat doing the same thing over and over again. But for me, it's like I jump in the tractor, I start going up and down, I do like maybe 2 or 3 rows, and then I get bored, so I just start driving randomly around.
I'll do the same. I'm just like, nope, I'm finished with this. I'm just going to play through this field. Bye. Hey, sheep, kill it. Destroy it.
So the only thing I'll say about it is, I believe...
Well, it's like a selective group. That's how you have to think about games now, don't you?
Yeah.
You have a selective group of people who play a selective group of games. So there's that. There's always going to be that majority who'll go, hey, Farming Simulator, I'll play that. No worries, I like playing a field for 8 hours.
But yeah, it's... From what I can gather from what I've played of it, it's basically the exact same game that I've had on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Apart from the graphical settings, the 3D grass is 3D, but about 5 feet in front of you, it disappears to just normal flat grass. So I don't think the Switch can handle the full effects of everything.
No, probably not. No. We'll see what happens with it though, because it could surprise you.
Yeah, I mean, it seems a fun little game.
We'll see what happens.
But the next game, I have no idea how to pronounce, so just bear with me. It is Touhou Kobuto V Birst Battle.
Never heard of it.
No.
I'll be quite interested to play it.
I'd never heard of it. I just heard people talking about it, saying that it was like a new version of Virtual On.
Yeah.
Like a one-on-one fighter from behind the character view.
Yeah.
And it plays really well. It looks like a PS2 game. Really low resolution. It's on the Nintendo Switch.
Done.
And some of the characters look really strange, like witches and weird sort of things. But it plays well, it looks nice, it's very hard.
Yeah.
But I'd recommend it. I don't know how much it was, 'cause again, I got the code sent, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's...
I don't know whether you've ever talked about it or anything like that, but how did you get into reviewing games or like setting up your website or anything like that? I don't know whether you've ever talked about it on this podcast or...
I basically... When I was like living in sort of like where I'm from, Thirsk, in the northeast.
Yeah.
A lot of the people who I was friends with didn't play games or don't play games.
Yeah.
So I decided to... I used to listen to podcasts all the time. Yeah. So I decided that I wanted to do a podcast, and gaming is something that I used to love. And I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 consoles just sat behind me.
Yeah.
10
consoles.
Yeah, I've got the Master System,
mental,
GameCube, Dreamcast, Sega Saturn. I've got 2 Sega Saturns, an original Xbox, PS2, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, the old Nintendo, the Sega Mega Drive and the Nintendo 64 just sat on the side behind me.
Yeah.
So I like playing old stuff.
Like the old Red Generation games.
Yeah. Well, it's my generation games, not old, you know.
Well, everybody else will call them as old generation, but to us it's not, is it?
Yeah, so...
We grew up playing them, so it's normal to us.
And I basically set up a website I wanted to talk about and review old games, but whenever I emailed companies, they all sort of said, "Oh, we don't have any old. If the game's 2 weeks old, we don't have it anymore."
Yeah.
So basically, you have to request codes and copies of games 2 weeks before they come out for them to allocate
in advance
and send it to you. But so I thought, oh well, I can't do these old console reviews anymore because I'm not paying £3, £4, £5 per game just to put a quick review up.
Yeah.
So I decided that I'd have to go modern and get modern sort of games, and then before the site officially went up, I actually put some proper job listings on, I think it's gamejournalism.com, a website where when I first started you could put a job listing up for free and it'd be up there for a month.
Yeah.
Whereas now you have to pay £5 per listing.
Yeah.
And so but
well, to be fair, at this point, you've done pretty well.
Yeah.
Jeez, you've come from playing old, from everybody else's point of view, an older generation console, want to do reviews, and then so many people doing reviews for you. So, hats off to you.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, under the One-Up Gaming, or the OUG sort of name, we've got a animation division, we've got a music album sort of like division, and we've got the gaming sort of side of things.
Yeah.
So we've got one album out on like Google Play, on Spotify, and all those sort of things.
Yeah.
We've got one documentary sort of technically out, but I'd like to have the full thing edited fully down and put together better, but I don't have the skills for that, and I didn't have the thousands of pounds needed to actually pay a professional to do it.
Yeah.
The animated...
You want to keep everything to yourself, you want to do it yourself like a proper project, like you started this whole thing and you want it to keep with you, kind of thing.
And I mean, the animated TV series that I was working on, I've written the first 2 episodes fully. I've got an overall story arc for the full 6 episodes.
Oh yeah.
So I know what's happening where and when. It's just filling out the dialogue. And I've got the guy who I've got doing the animation has done the first sort of 2-3 minutes of the opening of the first episode, so that's coming along. But that's going to be a very expensive project. But yeah, it started off with, I mean, at the moment I get up at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm a full-time carer for someone, so I walk around to her house for like 10 o'clock. I'm at her place from 10 in the morning, and then I have a part-time job, so I work 2:30 till 6:30. Go back to her place, make sure tea's done, dinner's done, blah, blah, all the other bits and bobs. Make sure she's in bed, get all the bits and bobs done. And then I leave her place at about 11:30, 12 o'clock, walk back to my place, and I don't get in until about 12:30, 1 o'clock. So then I've got to upload everything, to do all the streaming stuff, all the gameplay videos, all the editing. And then I've got to get to bed to get up for the next day at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So my time, I don't really have time to actually do a lot of things at the moment, but it's all fun. I mean, for me, it's more of the talking to the PR teams, trying to get things done. I like doing gameplay videos, even though I'm crap at games. And I enjoy putting things up on the website and doing the podcast.
Yeah.
But
Hello? Oh, yeah. Signal keeps... Oh, by the way, I should warn you, if my connection goes out, it's because my data's run out.
that's alright. I mean, I've only got one more game that I want to talk about, which is ELEX, which is a...
Actually, I actually wanted to talk about that myself.
Yeah, you might as well go on.
I've got this review for that Demon Gaze 2, and I am very interested to actually review that one as well.
What, ELEX?
Yeah,
ELEX,
it looks like a very interesting game. It really does.
I would say
it looks very early beta, but it does look like a very interesting game to say the least.
It's a low budget sort of Witcher, Skyrim sort of game.
Yeah.
And I
With
mean, like
jetpacks.
on our YouTube channel, I've got, I think, a 20-30 minute video of me playing the game.
Oh yeah.
Which I just put up today or yesterday, I can't remember now.
Well, I'll be sharing that. I'll find the video and I'll share it on my Facebook as well.
Yeah, so
but
it went up one day ago.
It does look like a very interesting game.
Yeah, I thought it was... I wouldn't say good, but it played nice.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of graphical problems, like even on the beginning intro video, like the camera pans up and then all of a sudden, like 2 seconds later, trees pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, so there's some optimization needed, but it played alright, it looks alright.
The thing is though, every game's like that when you first buy it, but when it gets updated quite a bit, it's an okay game.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll get there.
It does look like a very interesting game to me.
Yeah.
And one I would very much like to play.
Well, I think
if there's anybody who's actually listened to this, I'd say actually get a version of it because it does look good.
Well, like I say, I think I've got another PS4 code that they sent, so...
Yeah.
But the last things that I've been playing, I'm doing a YouTube video series of every single Sega 32X game.
Yeah.
And the games I played this week was Brutal Unleashed, which is a one-on-one fighting game, and it is just one of the worst games I've ever played. It's horrible.
Oh, sorry, but I don't think it's worse than that Demon Crystals you gave me.
It is. It is.
What's a bad game?
This is a fighting game that's got no real special moves, and it's like playing in fast forward. You can't control what you're doing or anything.
Oh, right.
The next game was Cosmic Carnage, which is another one-on-one fighting game. But it looks as though Sega were copying the sprite scaling from like Samurai Showdown, where when you're close together, the characters are big, then when you get further apart, they shrink down. But for some reason, Sega went over the top with the effects. So even if you just step 1 foot away from each other, your characters just like really change sizes and shapes, and it's really janky and buggy.
Yeah.
But it's so much better than the Brutal Unleashed game.
Oh. To be fair, when you give me that Demon Crystals game, I thought, this is going to be the worst game I've got to play. And then you say that, I was like, well, at least I got the small part. At least I got the okay game, I guess. At least there was something redeemable, I guess is the word.
Yeah, so the last 2 games for the 32X sort of games I played was Dark Side, which is a 3D shooter, like... It's basically Asteroids, but in 3D.
Yeah.
It looks nice, it plays nice, but for me it's more of a tech demo than a full complete game.
Yeah.
But for the 32X, I think it's really good.
Yeah.
And the last one that I played this week is Doom. Really good
Doom.
game. Yeah, it plays really nice on the 32X.
You can't go wrong with Doom though.
Well, I didn't like the new
always,
version of it.
it's always been a classic game. Which version did you play though?
Well, like the one that came out, was it this year or last year? No, it was last year.
Last year, wasn't it?
I've played it on the PS4 and the PC, and I didn't like how it played, or just didn't like the feel of the game. But I think that will do for our podcast. So I'll just rattle off some. Please visit our website, which is oneupgaming.co.uk.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Please.
Good website.
Got a couple of your reviews up there.
Good. Yep.
And we've got a Patreon page, which is patreon.com/OUG. So please go on there and help support us.
Yep.
We have official merchandise, like cups and t-shirts at bluecyborg.com. Just search One Up Gaming. We have an album out on sale. Just go to like the Google Play Store or things like that, and it's called Games Inspired Music. And 20% of each sale will go to the Child's Play charity. We have our first 100 podcasts and an exclusive Sanspants Radio interview, and that's available at audiobooksontape.com. The tape's £9 and £1 will go to the Diabetes UK charity. We've got Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Just go on and search One Up Gaming. Twitch is twitch.tv/OUGofficial. If you want to tweet us, it's at OUGofficial. And if you want to email us, it's contact@oneupgaming.co.uk. And the podcast itself, just search One Up Gaming on like iTunes or anything like that, and basically give positive feedback, 5 stars, things like that. It helps us improve with the search rankings. So that's been me, David, and Chris for episode 215.
Yeah, me, Chris.
If you want to say anything else before we go.
No, that's about it.
That's about it, is it? So,
are you happy with the podcast?
Yeah, so just a quick
then
one.
I'm very happy with myself.
So it's just
and
a quick one
do
this
this
week.
again soon.
Yeah. So we'll chat next week, and I'll talk in a bit, Chris, about maybe sending you this ELEX code, or ELEX, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Play that.
And I'll speak to the rest of you guys next week. So thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye to everybody. And goodbye to you, Dave.
Bye, Chris.
Do you have trouble sleeping? Tossing and turning all night? Nothing you do seems to help. You're not getting your recommended 6 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Well, now there's a solution. Now there's Fat Cat Fly. With Fat Cat Fly, you'll easily get the sleep that you deserve. Download for free on the iOS App Store, and you're guaranteed to get a good night's sleep with very few side effects, as you help a fluffy kitty eat all the junk food that he wants. Side effects may include sleeplessness and desire for cheeseburgers if erection lasts more than 5 hours. See a physician. Try Fat Cat Fly today. Visit facebook.com/fatcatfly, because you deserve a better life. Hi, Justin the Voice here. First of all, we'd like to thank you for listening. Seriously. We really like it when you listen. Yes. But if you'd like to do more than just listen, if you'd like to help us out, well, we have an idea just for you. Visit our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/OUG. Your monthly micropayment will help us keep going all night long, baby. Oh yeah. Mostly because we usually record at night. Yeah. But don't worry, baby. We got something for you, too. We've got special benefits for all of our Patreon subscribers. Yeah. Again, that's www.patreon.com/OUG.